Hello students, good morning. Students, today is 22 July 2020 and your chapter 5th was going on, chapter 5, and the name of the chapter is Emerging Modes of Business, and this is your page number 1 of today's class. Students, in the last class I have started topics related from your online transactions, okay, and I have also described the different types of the steps related from the online transactions. Its last step was payment mechanism, and in the payment mechanism there are the 5 methods for the purpose of the payment. It means when the buyers has purchased the product from the seller, so at that time there are the 5 steps through the payment of online transactions. So 3 steps I have cleared it, okay. Now I want to continue it. So fourth payment mechanism is credit card or debit card, okay. फोर्थ पॉइंट. सो बेटा वहीं से कंटिन्यू करिएगा जहां आपने छोड़ा हो, ओके. सो फोर्थ पॉइंट इज क्रेडिट और डेबिट कार्ड, okay. So listen it. These cards are the most commonly used medium of online payment, full stop. More than 95% of online payments are made through such cards. Okay. In the credit card, you know about that, students. The credit card is based on the buyer has to give credit card number along with authenticity signature securely to the vendor. Thereafter, amount to vendor is paid by the card issuing bank, because you know about the situation of the credit card, that is as per their name as like a credit limit, okay. And then after that, when the amount has been paid by the credit card issuer bank, which later recovers the amount from the buyer. Credit means that will be based on the credit means udhar, okay. At that time the payment has been paid by the bank of that card. Then after that, the bank holder, the bank can recover the amount from the buyer. That is the based on the credit card. While the debit card, which relates from the saving bank account or current account, okay. So buyer can make payment for the purchase of any specific product. The buyer provides debit card number along with authenticity signature securely to the vendor. Authenticity signature means that will be also based on the OTP, okay. So at that time, thereafter the amount due to deducted electronically from the card, okay. It means when you paid any amount with the help of the debit card, so that amount has been deducted from your bank account, okay. So this is also based on the payment mechanism, okay. Fifth point, you know, it is related from the digital cash, okay. Digital cash, this form of electronic currency exists only in cyberspace, okay. The amount needed as digital cash has to be deposited by the buyer in the bank dealing in digital cash. Thereafter, we will write it here also, this is also mandatory here. The amount needed as digital cash, okay, has to be deposited by buyer in the bank dealings in digital cash. Students, you have also listened about the Paytm, Phone Pay, that is totally based on the digital cash also. Thereafter, bank issue a special software through which buyer can drew digital cash from his account with the bank okay. Digital cash is also known as e-money, electronic cash, etc. Okay. So students, that is based on the digital cash. Here I want to take one example also. हो सकता है आप लोगों ने नाम सुना हो. Nowadays the digital currency is based on the Bitcoin. आपने Bitcoin का नाम सुना होगा. I think so. हो सकता है सबने ना सुना हो, लेकिन कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ने बिटकॉइन का नाम सुना होगा. सो बिटकॉइन इज ऑल्सो बेस्ड ऑन द डिजिटल करेंसी. इट इज नॉट अप्रूव्ड इन योर कंट्री. डिजिटल करेंसी बिटकॉइन जो है वो आपकी कंट्री में अप्रूव नहीं है, बट इट इज अप्रूव्ड बाय द अनदर कंट्रीज ऑल्सो. ओके. सो एट दैट टाइम इफ यू वांट टू परचेज एनी टाइप ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट, okay, so you can also pay the amount with the help of the bitcoin. Okay, so that type of the transactions, that type of the payment method is also based on the digital cash. Okay, so any doubt students? So now payment mechanism, I have cleared here all the points related from the payment. If you want to purchase any type of the product, as per your convenience you can pay the amount. Okay. So now students, the next topic is based on the security problems or risks in e-business. Okay, you know about students, there are the different types of the risks that will be faced in the online transactions. So here we have classified in 3 categories. So here you will write it here. The risks involved in e-business transactions can be classified under 3 categories. Okay, so now PTO, next page, please turn over. So students, this is your page number 2 of today's class, and first category is transaction risk. First category, you will write it here, transaction risks. Okay, so this is your first category relates on the transaction risk. So here online transactions may suffer from the following risk. Okay, in it, point number 1, default an order oblique an order taking oblique giving. It means on the point of that type of the default is based on. So students, default and order means giving or taking. It means any previous order has been saved as like a by default. So at that time it will be create the problem. Okay. So here in this the seller may deny that the customer ever placed the order or the customer may deny that he had ever placed the order. So that is the transaction risk. Okay, on the basis of the order. Second point on that type of the transaction is default on delivery. You know students about that at the time of the registration you have also mentioned your delivery address. Maybe occasionally if you if you don't want to deliver your new order on that specific registered address, so at that time if you have not changed it by mistake, so at that time the goods has been delivered as per your wrong address, as per your previous address. So that is also based on your transaction risk. Clear? So you can also write it here as like a point, and now second point you can also write it default on delivery. Okay, so here it may be possible that the goods delivered are different from the goods ordered, or the goods are delivered at wrong address. So that is also based on your transaction risk. Third and last point relates from your transaction risk is default on payment. Okay, so third point you will also write it. Okay. Customer may have made the payment or claims that the payment was made, but the seller does not receive the payment for the goods supplied. So at that time that type of the mistake has been also done at the time of the payment. Clear students? So this was related from your transaction risk. Okay, so second main heading is based on the data storage and transmission risk. Data storage and transmission risks. So here that is the second main heading. So here you can write it, data stored. So students, this is your page number 3 of today's class. Okay, data stored in the systems and en route is exposed to a number of risks. Okay, in it there are the first point, main point is based on your first hacking. The students, here everyone knows about you are in 11th standard, so I think everyone knows about the hacking. So the hackers in concept here, the hackers intercept the message sent on internet and steal the vital information. Because you know about that, students, at the time of the online transactions, if you have made that transactions with the help of the debit card or credit card, so at that time you will also mention your debit card number, credit card number. Okay, so on the basis of that, the hackers can hack your system of payment. They either modify the data for misuse or may destroy the data to harm the parties involved. So this is also based on the basis of the hacking. Okay, they also hack your bank account details, they hack also your personal detail, which type of the detail you have been mentioned in your purchasing website. Okay, second point is virus. Okay, virus, the full form of the virus, you can also tell it vital information resources. You can write it here completely, vital information resources under SIEGE, SIEGE. Okay, that is the full form of the virus. Vital information resources under SIEGE is a program which initiates itself on other computer system or other computer systems. Virus can enter the computer system through email. You know about that, students, with the help of the email, pen drive, floppy drive was run before 10 years ago. Now the different floppy drive has been also run, but nowadays floppy drive is not, floppy disk is not used mostly. Okay, through email, comma, disk or floppy, okay, comma, pen drive, okay, can damage or corrupt the data. Okay, so this is also harmful for your computer system and for your data also. Okay, now third and last point is based on the threat to intellectual property. Threat to intellectual property, intellectual property and privacy risk. Privacy risk. Okay, so you know about that your privacy has been also under risk, as internet is an open space, comma, it is difficult to protect the data, available on internet, full stop. The data may be copied, the data may be copied and used for personal gain. Okay, so that is the also harmful. Okay, so at that time these are the risks with the help of the internet. Students, if you have any doubt, then you can also ask the query. Okay.